112, 113. Ah, beautiful. 113 candles for this special evening celebration. The flames and the orange glow make the dance floor look so much prettier. Oh! I'm sorry. I did not mean to stand on your foot. My attention was elsewhere. I don't believe I saw you at the reception earlier. Did you come in late? I see. Well, this place can be a little bit hard to find. The location stated on the invitation only says the castle to the left of the wildwoods. Those who are supposed to make it here will make it, and those who are not, well, the haunted forest will take care of them. Don't look so shocked. I am only joking. We do our utmost to look after all our attendees. We've stationed many woodland folk out there to help make sure that nobody gets lost. We want everyone we invited to enjoy such a unique celebration. These parties are only held once every 13 years. I don't sense any supernatural energy around you. Are you perchance a human? Oh, welcome, welcome. We haven't had one of you here for a while. So, tell me, which one of us idiots did you save out there in order to earn yourself an invitation to this evening party? Us magical folk tend to get ourselves into the most ridiculous situations sometimes. Oh? Ah! You gave an old beggar on the street a shiny coin, and the next day, an invitation appeared on your doorstep. I'm going to take a guess and say that you helped break a curse on a fairy. Do you remember anything about the coin you gave them? Fair enough. Nobody tends to pay much attention to the small currency in their money pouch, unless they are lacking, of course. Anyway, did you come alone? Ah, no matter. I would be honored to keep you company. I haven't spoken to a human face to face for a long while. My name is Anra. I am a Púca, a type of shape-shifting fairy. Worry not. We are not as fearsome as the folklore makes us out to be. May I interest you in a dance? I am in charge of making sure that everything out here on the courtyard goes to plan. And now that all the candles are lit, I am looking for some company. Your hand, please. You can put the other one around my waist. Oh, sorry, that was my tail. It is furry, yes. Even though I have developed the ability to shapeshift completely into human form, I like to leave that out. And the ears. They give me a feeling of freedom. You are light on your feet. I am impressed. I can't say I have danced with many humans, but you certainly top them all. Where did you learn? Interesting. I've never heard of that place. Have you enjoyed your evening so far? I am happy to hear. You must be one of the brave ones. Most humans would freak, being among all these strange-looking creatures, some of which haven't had the most, shall we say, peaceful of histories with mankind. What can I say? The Fae do not like their land being taken over. I know a few who still bear a grudge. Yes, I think you are the only human here. The good news for you is that everyone has promised to play nice tonight. We have agreed to put all our differences aside. That was a condition of entry. I'm sure you saw that on the invitation. Therefore, I highly doubt anybody here will try to trick you into anything or try to whisk you away. A tip though, don't sign any contracts tonight with anybody, regardless of how tempted you might feel. The offers always sound good to begin with, but there are often loopholes that can be exploited. It's usually the human who gets the short end of the stick. Have you explored much of the castle so far? Ah. I highly suggest that you take a look around after this. No, I'm afraid I need to stay out here, but I can introduce you to someone trustworthy, and they can take you into some of the rooms that may be of interest to you. There is nothing to fear. Just keep your wits about you and try to stay away from the vampires. The ones here at this event are not malicious, but talk to one for long enough and they will try to convince you to give them just a little taste. Yes, there are humans who are addicted to giving blood. If they are not careful about it, they end up becoming very sickly, and that really does nobody any good. Me? I don't want anything from you. Except for your company, that is. You see, just as a supernatural creature may be a rarity among men, humans are rarities among supernatural creatures, especially during events like these. Oh, very few humans live among us. If you really want to know why, it is because most humans are not smart enough to prevent themselves from falling prey to temptations, shall we call them? I enjoy dancing with you very much. You want to know more about me? I'm not sure my background would be as interesting as yours, but this might be a case of the grass being greener on the other side. No pun intended. As I've mentioned before, I am a Púca. You humans have many different tales about us. Some of those tales are scary, and some are not. We are not usually malicious, unless unduly offended. You can keep me happy by not stepping on my tail, which you are doing a great job of so far. Unlike that werewolf over there. What a clumsy oaf he is. I live in the hills, not far from here. The Púca have a little community over there. We usually keep to ourselves, but during Samhain every year, the farmers will usually leave us a fair share of their harvest. They are a superstitious lot. Some of them have seen us, yes. The farmers leave us food in exchange for favors or rewards in the form of gifts. The favors mostly involve us helping them chase away anything that will eat their crops. This past year, my fellow Púca and I helped prevent an infestation of beetles. Of course, our actions benefit us too. We like human food, and if the crops do not grow, we do not get any food. You want to know what other forms I can shift into? My favorite form is a black cat. I spent the majority of my early years following a magician around, and when he eventually died of old age, I returned to my family. Some of my other favorite forms are horses and hares. Púca can be very helpful, but we like to ask for a little something in return. And those horror stories about us, 9 times out of 10, those come from other shapeshifters who have tried to sully our names. We are not very combative by nature, hence we sometimes get picked on. I see my friend over there. She lives in this castle, together with some of her very amusing pets. Do you like animals? You like the ones that do not bite? Well, me too. If you are interested, I can get you acquainted with my friend. If you give her a few hairs from the top of your head, she might just be willing to show you her pet collection. No voodoo dolls. We don't do that here. She uses the human hairs for her pet cures. What do you say? Okay, come this way then.